So, tell me, what's it like to bring a film to Toronto Film Festival? Of course, you brought many film festivals before. We still think highly of the Full Monty constantly. So, what it's like to bring like a film like this to a festival?
Well, Toronto is my favourite festival. I brought Military Wives here a few years ago, and it was just the most fantastic response. It's because it feels like it's a festival for the town, not just for the industry, and you just feel like the audience are really there to engage in a film and give something to the film. And the last premiere I did here was kind of one of the best nights of my life. So this one's got a lot to live up to, but we'll see.
Now, it's amazing casting with both Steven and Jonathan as well too. So, how did they come on board? And were they your first picks, or were they just something that just kind of fell into your lap as lucky?
Yeah, well, it was all about once we cast the Penguin, it was all about like, right, what's the chemistry going to be like between the Penguin and other people? So various actors came in to do chemistry reads with the Penguin. Jonathan just had no. Well, Steve. I knew Steve was interested when I came on board, so that was a really great pull for me, because you kind of hear like Penguin movie, yeah, it might be just a bit sort of cute and like, is it a kids film? What is it? And the fact that Steve is in it, I think, just gives a great yin and yang balance to the tone. That he's got this natural humour, but his humour is very dry, his humour is very real, and he can play a kind of cynical character really well. So that balances just beautifully with the really irresistible cuteness of the Penguin. And then Jonathan was the first person we thought of when it came to who could play the headmaster Buckle. He needed to inhabit that same tone of being able to do the drama and have the comic timing, and he needed that dignity and gravitas to be an authority figure in this old-fashioned British school, and it's just like, it's got Jonathan Pryce written all over it. So he said yes, thank God.
I love to ask directors, whenever it comes to a movie, directors always kind of have that we've got a movie moment. Do you remember that moment? Was it working with the Penguin and it worked out, or getting the cast together, or maybe a specific scene where you're like, yeah, we've got a movie kind of moment?
Yeah, that's a great question, because it's true. Sometimes you never get it on the film. And sometimes it's when you play the first few scenes put together and you're like, oh, wow. With this, it was when we got the shot of the Penguin walking. Have you seen the movie? The Penguin walks through the classroom between the desks. Like Steve Coogan's character walks down one aisle between the desks, and the Penguin walks the other way. And then he stopped at the other end. He turned. The Penguin turned, and the camera's down tracking. And I was like, that is magic. And it's a great moment in the movie. And because with the Penguins, it's controlled luck. All you're doing is trying to get everything set up so you can get lucky. And that one just worked beautifully.
Well, thank you very much. Have a great day. I look forward to the film. Pleasure.